Hello everybody, Michael Gardiner here, and in today's video we're going to talk about how many cold emails should you send. So in this video we're going to break down how to take your goal of how many clients you want or whatever desired result you want, how to figure out how many emails are required to send to get there, and then how to implement the campaign. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Drop it.
So the first thing we need to know is our goal, which is essentially how many clients we want in a month. So let's say, for example, you want to take on one client a week. So your goal is 4 clients. Now, let's say your close rate is 25%. So you need 4 meetings to go ahead and get 1 new client. One metric you're going to want to take into account, which is often overlooked, is your show up rate, because your booked meeting rate is not going to be the same as your show up rate. I see a lot of people kind of do the math as to how many clients they want to get, and then they don't factor in that not everybody's going to show up. So let's go ahead and take a bit of a conservative 75% show up rate. That means for every 4 meetings you book on cold email, 3 people are actually going to show up to the call. Now let's factor in the booked meeting rate. The booked meeting rate is out of 100 emails, how many people are actually going to book a meeting? Now this is a number that will require testing to figure out. For this example, I'm going to be putting 1%. However, your booked meeting rate could be down to 0.5% all the way up to 10% depending on your offer. So to give some examples of what booked meeting rate might look like, just from my own campaigns, if you're offering Facebook ads for e-commerce, you're looking at around 1% or 0.5%, 0.5% to 1%. If you are offering ads to SaaS companies, you're looking at 1 to 2%. If you're looking at financial services, less than 1%. If you're looking at, say, any type of appointment setting service, normally that's closer to 3 to 5%. PR services, around 5%. And these are just some random examples from campaigns I've run. So there's not really a good booked meeting percentage. Obviously, you want to have it nice, but there's some industries that are just more competitive. For example, in financial services, you can have the best offer, have the best cold email. You're still going to struggle to get meetings. Or for example, like my service, my cold email service, I can get up to 5-6% booked meetings because people want more meetings and they want to hire me to do so. So that's one thing to keep in mind. For today's example, I'm going to go with a conservative 1%. So this is going to let us figure out what volume we need. So I've gone ahead and run the numbers. If we want 4 clients, we're going to need to have 16 calls as we're closing 1 out of 4. Now, if our show up rate is 75%, we can take 16 and multiply it by 1.25, and we need 20 calls actually scheduled onto the calendar. So in order to get 20 calls, if we have a 1% book meeting rate, we can figure that we need to reach out to 2,000 prospects reached out to. So in order to get 4 clients, you need 2,000 prospects. Now, obviously, the goal would be to get these numbers better by revising and testing. However, you don't want to get stuck in analysis paralysis and just get fixated on making everything perfect. We want our campaigns to run because after we have month 2 and month 3, we'll have our follow-up stack. We'll have people in the CRM stack, people with proposal delivered stack. And it's really going to start paying off in around 90 to 100 days. So it's really good to look at these campaigns in terms of how can I consistently keep my outreach going and not get stuck in tiny little improvements. Not saying they're not important, we're just second to keeping your campaigns actually active and running. So if we have 2,000 prospects for 4 clients, how many email accounts do we need? So for every cold email domain you have, you want 1 email. So 1 domain, 1 email. What I mean by this is you want to have a domain that redirects to your primary domain and 1 email underneath that. You don't want to have more than 1 email under your outreach domain because if one gets flagged, other one get flagged. You also don't want to do outreach under your main domain as it can compromise your domain. If you need more help with understanding domains and emails and health, check out my channel. I have more videos on that. So 1 domain, 1 email, and that's going to equal 500 prospects per month. Now, when I say prospects, I'm not talking about follow-ups. You can email everybody 4 to 6 follow-ups. So 500 prospects, 4 to 6 follow-ups. So we're going to need 4 domains, 4 emails and 4 sending accounts. For this example, I'll use Lemlist. And you're also going to need 2,000 prospects. So just for fun here, let's say how much is actually going to cost. Assuming you're buying your domains on Google, that's going to cost you $12 a domain, so that's going to be $48 in domains. Emails are $12 a domain, so that's going to be $24. Lemlist is $60 per account, so that's going to be, let's see, $120, $240, and 2,000 prospects. Assuming you're spending around 30 cents per prospect, you're looking at $600 on prospects. So if we would go ahead and total how much is going to cost you to get 4 clients, we could take 600, which is our cost of leads if we're hiring someone to do it, plus 240, which is our sending software, Lemlist an example, plus 24, which is our emails, plus 48, which is our domains. So it's going to cost $912 to get 4 clients. Now, assuming your clients are worth somewhere between $500 to $3,000 a month, pretty typical for agency services, you're going to do really well, meaning that you're going to profit first month, not even calculating multiple months. So let's say your average prospect is worth $1,000 a month. And let's say that on average, they stay with you for 5 months. So your average prospect is worth, let's say, $5,000. So 4 prospects, lifetime value is equal to 20 grand. So that's literally a 20x on your money. It's one of my favorite things about cold email. Even if you cut these stats right in half, you would still have a 10x on your money. It's a great way to get clients. It's really affordable, and the numbers just don't lie. So that is it for how many emails you should send. Go ahead and run the math. If you need any help with cold email, I'd be more than happy to help you with writing your campaigns, managing your campaigns, scaling your campaigns, or even running your campaigns for you with my Done For You Meetings cold email service. You can find more about that in the description. If you have any questions, feel free to book in there, and I'm happy to chat. Thanks for watching, and as always, likes and comments are appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video.